Alright guys, welcome back to the Hearts of Football Manager 2021 series. I believe we're on episode 68. We're almost at 70. Will we get to the big 100 before we get sacked? I'm hoping so. I thought we were going to get sacked this season, to be honest. The start wasn't the best, but we began to turn it around. 4 games now without a defeat. 2 wins, 2 draws, and that includes our first ever win over Celtic last time out. We went to Celtic Park and we beat them. Yes, we beat them by 2-1. So, great to get a win over them. But we need to keep on winning, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. It's Hearts versus Hibs in the Edinburgh Derby with a pretty good record over Hibs. If you look at our entire meetings since the start of this save, we've been superior to Hibs, and we want to keep that trend going today. So, I think, we've played 8 times. We've had 4 wins, 2 draws, and Hibs have won on 2 occasions. One of those wins for Hibs was in the Scottish Cup 4th round, and the other win for Hibs was the first time we've played them, albeit they humped us 5-1 when we just got promoted. But since then, we haven't lost in the league. We've played them 6 times since then, and we haven't lost in the league. So you know what? I'm pretty confident. Speaking of the league, we're 4th in it at the moment. Like I said, we would have been higher if we'd have had such a bad start, but like I said, the start wasn't great. So Rangers on 19 points, the only unbeaten team in the league so far. Then Aberdeen in second with 14. Celtic struggling a wee bit with 13 points, and then we are just behind them with 11. Dundee also on Dundee United, should I say. Did a Stevie G there, called Dundee United Dundee. I'll be getting hounded now. Dundee United also on 11 points, and then Motherwell round off the top 6 with 10 points. Hibernian in 7th place at the moment with 8. So Celtic have won every single title dating all the way back to the 2011-10 season. So that means they are on for 10 in a row, 11 they're going for 13 in a row this season. That's insane. But already they find themselves, 6 points behind Rangers, only 7 games in. A lot of time to turn that around, but you never know. It's not the greatest start, is it? It's not, but here, we're not worrying about Rangers, we're not worrying about Celtic, we're worrying about our own results. Like I said, we've got Hibernian up next. Hopefully we can win this and try and push into the top 3. Lionel Messi has encouraged Lee Kang-in to join him at Barcelona, urging the 22-year-old elite attacking midfielder to leave Valencia in what would be a big money move and take the next step in his career. Who the hell is Lee Kang-in? And why are Barcelona lining up a £129 million bid for him? Answers on a fucking postcard, because I have no... we wouldn't even get £129 million for Messi now. And this guy from South Korea thinks he's worth... unless he won the Vietnam... He's from Vietnam? Unless he won the Vietnam War on his own, I can't justify that amount of money being spent on him. I just don't get it. But here, it is what it is. Well, we'll not worry about it. It's nothing to do with us. We'll never be spending £129 million, so who cares? Right then, picking the team for the match against Hibernian. Unfortunately, Suter's still out. He's going to be out for at least another, 2 weeks, so it doesn't look like he's going to feature. Connor Smith could maybe make the bench. I'm thinking about sticking with Shankland, his form. He's been playing no bad as of late. Still not getting the goal contribution that we want, but I think for now we will stick with him. I think we'll bring in Kingsley as well. And is that it? I don't really want to change too much else, because I think we're doing alright, but Mike could potentially bring in Big Ben again for... Yeah, I think we could bring in Big Ben there. I think that's what we'll do. Bring in Big Ben for Lewis Ferguson. And maybe start with Ferguson on the bench, and then that means we've got firepower to bring on into the game if necessary, if we need it. But yeah, that's the team we're going to go with then. Need a better display this time, I think, by the centre backs. Not against the game against Celtic, but the previous game where Peter Haring got sent off didn't do us any favours. We're going to struggle until Haring comes back. It's just one of those things. So that's why we're playing Jordan Nyasamana there, because I don't know, Haring's form's just out the window, and I can't trust him ever since he got that red card. So definitely cannot afford a red card in this game. You can see the Hibernian lineup. We've got Marciano in nets, always solid. Ryan Porteous, the captain. Stevie Mallon's in there. Got Andrea Novakovic, who's a good player, and we'll need to be careful. We need to make sure we're marking him. I personally always look forward to this one. I want to play an attack-minded game. You can see the recent form, but here, 8 points out of the last possible 12, no defeats. I'm happy with that. Still, the left side of midfield, I think, is a bit of an issue, but we're going with Mackay-Steven. Because it's either Mackay... Well, we could play Mackay-Steven there, we could play Kyle McAllister there, we could play Alan Forrest there. Personally, I think there will be a lot of players moving at the end of this season, potentially maybe even in January. I feel like there is a few players that need to move on. I don't think Alan Forrest, ever since we signed him, we paid way too much for him, by the way. I don't know if it was because he's related to James Forrest, we had to pay over the odds, but he just hasn't really delivered. Ideally, we would be looking to bring in a quality left-sided midfielder. And in terms of the first team, I think that's really it. I mean, I'm happy with the squad. Maybe another centre-back, in case, Suter does get injured, and then you do have replacements, so that's also another thing we could look at. But at the moment, playing Hibs, 23 minutes in, 2 shots to their 0. It's not great, there's been no highlights as of yet, but and speaking of yellow cards, Jamie Walker picks up one. So he'll be walking a bit of a tightrope for the rest of this match here. 26th minute, Jamie Walker goes into the book there, receiving that yellow. Not great, but hey, at least we're not a man sent off. And yeah, well, we do have Lewis Ferguson, who is on the bench. I would like to start playing him in a more attacking role, but to be fair, when I did give him a few opportunities in the cam position, he wasn't really delivering. I expect him to create goals, score goals, and it just wasn't really happening for him, was it? So I don't know. I mean, Jamie Walker in that position seems to get the job done. So I don't really want to be taking Jamie Walker out of there if Lewis Ferguson ain't going to deliver. But I think we'll be bringing on Lewis Ferguson now due to that yellow card. I don't like to keep players that have got a yellow card on for a long time, especially if they got the yellow card early in the game. Gary Mackay-Steven shot his block, gets Kingsley through to Jamie Walker. He can get as many yellow cards as he wants because he's just put Hearts ahead here just before half time. Don't do a somersault in case you break your neck, Jamie. It is Hearts 1, Hibs 0. The Hibs fans absolutely got it there behind the goals. They've got their hands in their head. Or their head in their hands even, and they're not too happy, and it looks like it's going to be another Hearts win, hopefully, in the Edinburgh Derby. We definitely have their number. I mean, when it comes to the Edinburgh Derbies, we dominate them. I know we lost the first one, but we normally do dominate. We're pleased with how things are going, guys. Just keep it up, and I think based on this performance, I think we're going to win. I mean, Hibs haven't registered any kind of meaningful attack yet, so if we just keep playing the way we're playing, we should... fingers crossed, should do enough to get the win. So at the moment, Celtic are also winning. We would go above Aberdeen, albeit they are still to play their game in hand. So and now Gary Mackay-Steven is taking a knock, and we might have to take him off. So I recommend him bringing Dean Campbell, and I'm not too sure. It's a hamstring issue. What if we play Jamie Walker? Yeah, we're going to play Jamie Walker out in the left. And to be honest, that could be how we solve the issue. Play Jamie Walker out there, and then play Lewis Ferguson in that advanced playmaker role. That might actually be how we go about that in the future, to be fair. It could be. Because Jamie Walker's alright in the left. And it is the left side we're struggling. We're constantly having to change it. Nazamana then picking up a booking as well. $10 shots to 2. I think we'll begin to possibly look into making subs now. Let's just shout. We'll tell them to focus. And we will just go down to cautious because again we're winning. There's no need to really push men forward at the moment, and let's make some subs then. I think we're going to take off Shankland. He's playing a 6.4. He's not doing anything. We'll bring on Jonathan Avalabi, and we've got one more sub to make. Harry Cochrane, I think, will come on for... we'll bring him on for Andy Irvine. I think Big Ben's actually had a decent game here. And it's all about seeing this out now. And at the moment, it's looking pretty good. Rangers also winning They won yesterday, so we ain't catching them. But here, we're keeping up the pressure. This would be 5 games undefeated, and it would be 3 wins out of 5. So, I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that. Like I said, it's been a real quiet game. Hibs have registered a couple of shots now, but still yet to get anything on target. And have I opened my mouth too soon? Malin finds Oakes on the edge of the box, and Lewis Ferguson, the substitute, just says no chance, wins it. And now he plays an Avalobi, and it must be Jonathan Avalobi, slots at home. Hearts take a 2-0 lead with 2 minutes to go. That's Avalobi's second goal of the season, and I can't see us being caught now. It's Hearts 2, Hibernian 0. Lewis Ferguson won it on the edge of his own box. He charged forward, and he pretty much created that goal for us and got the assist. So happy days, and I mean, it's good. I'm liking this, man. We're picking up wins now. We're getting good results. Players are scoring. Players are creating chances. And it's good for me because it gives me a headache when picking the team. But, I mean, I'd rather have a bunch of players playing well than a bunch of players not playing well, you know. So, it is what it is. Ball falls to Hap. Hap into McCann. He's been missing, just like Madeline in this game. I haven't even heard him up until this stage. 93 minutes of absolutely nothing. 93 minutes of AWOL. It's Messina now. Messina with an awful shot. Awful shot. And that will end the game. It's going to be a goal kick here for McCrory to take this. And I know Jordan Archer will not be happy about the lack of playing time. But like I said, we're doing well at the moment. How can you drop a keeper when you're doing well? You know, it just doesn't really make any sense. And the fact that the league's all we're in, I can't even rotate them in the cups or nothing like that because we don't really have much cup games. So, yeah, it is what it is. And is this finally going to do it? Kingsley then, I mean, referee, what are you waiting for? Just blow the whistle, put us out of misery, put Hibs out their misery. Well, what's that? Halkett's lost the ball there to Lawrence, and he should never have lost the ball, but he gets back. Great challenge. He may have fucked up, but he redeemed himself, and we get the 2-0 win. So, you know what? Absolutely delighted with that. That was a good win, lads. Well done. Everyone looks happy enough, apart from Alex Ivacotti, who looks pissed off. But, man, come on, you need to be a team player, mate. We're winning games here and you're sulking because you never started. And what the hell? McKinn's unhappy. Gary Mackay-Stevens going to be out for a few days. Hearts are now unbeaten in 5. And it's not just any 5 teams. We're unbeaten in 5 against Dundee United, Celtic, Hamilton, Hibernian and Aberdeen. It's a decent bunch. I mean, it's not like we're beating 5. It's not like we're undefeated against 5 nobodies. And Aberdeen, looks like they lost. They did lose 1-0 against Hamilton. So that means we are now 3rd in the table. That is where we wanted. That was our season objective, to finish 3rd. There's a hell of a long way to go. By no means have we secured it yet, but we're finally into our goal for the season. Now it's all about keeping that 3rd place and trying to apply pressure on the teams above us. I'm not expecting us to, beat the Old Firm or finish ahead of one of them, but I am expecting us to at least keep it close and try and, stay within touching distance of them. Maybe even get to the split, still with a mathematical possibility of winning the league. But anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Nice win on Edinburgh Derby Day. Kept a clean sheet. Goals for Walker and Avalabi. Got to love it. There's nothing to hate about it. And we'll be back next time for when we will be taking on. Let's see what the schedule says. We'll be taking on. We've got St Mirren, Motherwell, Ross County. You know what? I feel like we've actually played a lot of games this season. And so I'm actually going to take 4 games off. And we will come back for the game against Rangers. Reason being is, we're due a win against them. We're really due a win against them. I'll show you. Let's look at the past meetings here against Rangers. I think it's about time we beat them. I mean, we beat them in the second ever visit. The first game we played against them in the Premier League. But since then, look, it's disastrous, isn't it, man? It's, lost with a couple of draws in there. So that's what we're going to come back for, guys. 4 games. Hopefully we can stay undefeated for by the time we come back to play Rangers, and if we can, then absolutely great. And that's it, guys. Like and comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't, then why the fuck haven't you not? I don't get it, guys. Hang your head in shame. But anyway, that's it. Till next time. Been Scotland 90. Thanks for watching, and peace.